Shanti. Welcome back for the 21-day goal to cleanse the tough habits. Today we will look into a new habit that we want to overcome. Before that, we will sit for a few moments to relax and in meditation. Sit comfortably. Quietly. Relaxed. Take a slow, deep breath. Feel the airflow and exhale slowly. Take another deep breath and breathe out. With every breath, feel the peace and calmness, and exhale any rush or stress or day-to-day hustle and bustle that's holding. I'll be with myself for the next few moments. I'll go on a beautiful journey for the next few moments to relax, to re-energize myself. I imagine myself on the shore of an ocean, and I see that the sun is just rising. I feel the gentle warmth of the sunrise and the pleasant breeze from the fresh air. I walk a few steps forward towards the water, and I see a boat in front of me. There's some turbulence in the ocean waves, but slowly I hold on to the boat and get into that boat. I slowly move forward in the water. I notice as I move forward, the waves are calming down, and I see the stillness, and I feel the calmness in the middle of the water. I see my mind is also very clean, calm, pure, away from all the external world, as clean as the water. With this stillness, I think of God, my Father, and He's only a thought away. The minute I think of Him, I feel His presence. Like the rising sun, I see that God's rays of love, the rays of love from the supreme light, God, are being showered onto me. These loving rays are going into each and every cell in my body, cleansing my mind, cleansing my body. I feel very contented, happy with this love from God. I'm saturated with these rays of love from God, my Father, my Mother. I'm filled with love and happiness that the Supreme Father is with me. He is my companion. He is with me. Being filled with love, happiness, and peace. Slowly, I come back to the shore of the ocean. I realize that God is only a thought away. I can get this experience being with God anytime, anywhere, whenever I want to. I make sure I visit my inner being and talk to God every day, multiple times every day. I make God my companion in every step. I use this God's love in all my interactions, in all my activities. My home is filled with love. My work is filled with love. Shanti. So today again we will look at our image of being the king over our own self with the power of mind, intellect, and sanskars. With the mind, I create pure, elevated thoughts. With my intellect, I choose the right decision and I emerge my original sanskars of love, peace, happiness, knowledge, powers, and I create my thoughts based on my qualities. So everything will become very powerful and beautiful. With that energy, I can destroy any negative thoughts and habits, and I will create and become an angel with good, pure, elevated, and constructive thoughts and habits. So we will keep this image always with us. I am the king over my sense organs, over myself. With that, today we will look into this habit of being late. Sometimes I think a lot of us have this problem that 10 minutes late will create a lot of problems. So we'll look into that, why we are doing that and what all it can affect us and how we can get rid of that habit and how important it is to get rid of that habit. So we were following some steps, right, for every habit to make sure that we go through a process of checking where it is going wrong, what is going wrong, how we can overcome. So we will do the introspection. So we'll take a pause. Always we were thinking that for any problem we cannot just run and just neglect or postpone. We have to take a pause and then we have to do some introspection. Do I like to be late all the time? We have to ask sometimes these questions sitting calmly, because otherwise we say yes, we don't like, but when we don't spend some time and really check with ourselves, change doesn't happen. Only when we check, change happens. We check ourselves, we choose the right things, then the change will happen. So we'll remember check, choose, and change. So when we check ourselves, do I like to be late all the time? No, right? Absolutely no. Do I feel good if I am late? No, right? I really had this problem in the past. When I go late to work, I tell myself maybe sometimes it's only 15-20 minutes, but when the patient comes, the patient doesn't come alone. They come with their kids or somebody who is helping them. So I'm holding that person's time and whoever accompanied. And sometimes one day I really felt bad that the daughter who came with the patient, she had to go to work, she had to drop her kids and then go to work. So she came with her mom for the clinic appointment, then she had to drop her kids, then she has to go to work. Because I went late, everything got delayed for her. She had to call her office to tell what happened, and she had to call the school to do that. So people have their own commitments. So it's not only affecting myself when I am late. I don't feel good at all if we are late, but at the same time, it is affecting a lot other people's time and their activities and their mental state also. So that's when I really realized, no, this is not good. We shouldn't be late. We have to give the value for our time and others' time also. So definitely, we don't feel good, and then we can check, why am I late all the time? Do I want to be punctual? We will say yes. And then we have to check, how can I be punctual? So these are the things that we have to give a little pause and check. And then when we analyze the problem, we will get the solution. So when we say that 10-15 minutes late means I am valuing something else than time. That will be the truth, right? Why am I late that 10-15? If once in a while, it's okay. There are some other things holding up, it's okay. But if I'm running late all the time, what am I valuing other than the time, other than the commitments? We have to check. I feel one of the most common problems is that extra 10-15 minutes of sleep in the morning. We put the alarm, but then just snooze, and then okay, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes. That little extra 15 minutes of time, think about it, how my day goes by. So, breakfast for the self, for the family, kids will get late, frustrated, just some junk food or some processed food will be done instead of cooked food and good food. And then I see some people driving and eating, which is so dangerous for the self and the other people on the road also. And then work will go to late to work. Their frustration starts as we start the day because of being late. So everybody is waiting, maybe there, and we are late, we will be in rush, and then we try to do things all at once, and definitely that will make mistakes. So things will go wrong if I'm late and rush to do things all at once. Multitasking will be a lot more when we get late. That 15-20 minutes of late also can make a lot of difference, and it is definitely going to affect other people's time and work also. So we really have to think, sit and think, what am I doing, why am I getting late, and see who all it is affecting. The energy of the mind and the body both are affected. So the solution is we have to adopt some new habits and some tips to manage. So we all can think these things for ourselves, but some things we can note down is before going to bedtime, we have to talk to ourselves and give the thoughts that I will wake up early tomorrow. Instead of thinking that will I wake up, will I be late again, how will it be, like we discussed yesterday, whatever thought we give before bedtime, it will be in our subconscious mind, and that will become strong while we sleep. That subconscious mind, it will become strong in the subconscious mind, and tomorrow that thing will happen. So we have to give ourselves the thoughts, I will wake up early tomorrow, I will be on time, I will do the things on time. And the other thing is prioritizing and organizing things. Sometimes it so happens that we will say like, oh, we will do this a little bit later, let me enjoy this, or let me be on some social media, or watching, or just doing some non-important things. We are not prioritizing things. But when we organize our stuff, when we prioritize our work, then we can make it easy being on time. And the other things that help or that give us some discipline are the physical yoga for the body and the meditation. Like they both really give us the help. That's what I really felt. They both give us the discipline, because when we know the importance of them, when we get the benefits from them, we will get that discipline, and that will make all other things move very smoothly also. So we can keep a routine for yoga and meditation. If you're already not doing, we can start that, and making a timetable. And at least if we don't make timetable, things can go the other way. But when we make timetable, we will be cautioning ourselves. We will sleep early instead of spending some time on waste things, on wasting time. We will sleep early because we have a timetable set for tomorrow. And most importantly, we have to understand that when we value time, time will value us. When we are really in need, when we are really going somewhere and some other things are holding up, time will help us wait for the things, if we wait for us something, for some things, but that will happen only when we value time. If I don't value my time and I just waste time, or I don't do things on time when I really need to be on time, it may or it may not happen. But when I value time all the time, definitely it will happen when we are in need. So we can think, you can churn and see what helps you, what makes you better in being on time. And some things that we want to get in ourselves is, again, for everything, when we remember that I am not just this ordinary body, limited with these physical activities and all, but I am a divine being of light. I am God's child. I do have some responsibility. I invest my time in mine and others' spiritual empowerment. Spiritual empowerment is being with ourselves, with the divine, and uh, becoming content, satisfied, happy, sharing that happiness, sharing that joy. It's not just not doing anything. It is actually very active process that we get filled from the divine energy and sharing the things, and we all are seeing how much people are in need of this peace, happiness, joy, and courage. So if I invest my time in mine and others' spiritual empowerment, that means I'm really making good use of time. I'm not going it into making it into a wasteful time. And my time is valuable, others also is valuable. And it's not just being on time, but it's respecting our own commitments. We are so fortunate that a lot of us have that commitments for us, so we have to respect them and do them on time. When we invest the time, we will watch it grow, but if we waste it, we waste it. So we have to make sure that I am a divine being of light, God's child. I have a lot of commitments, and I use for myself and others also. So we will reflect at the end of the day, talking to ourselves and talking to God, and check the reasons why we could not be on time sometimes, and plan for the next day to avoid the mistakes. This is a very important step. Unless we check, unless we update ourselves and God, we cannot make changes. So we'll plan for the next day to avoid the mistakes done today, and doing any preparation for the next day for our clothes or office stuff or anything that's needed for tomorrow's preparation. We'll do that. So we'll sit in meditation for a few moments. Sit comfortably, relaxed. I make a determined thought that I will do all my commitments on time. I make this thought and I tell my Father, Teacher, God, that this is my determined thought, that I will do all the things on time. God is very kind. When I take one step with courage, He gives me 1,000 steps courage to move forward. I make sure I remember that if I don't take that one step, I lose the 1,000 steps help from God. So I make sure I take that first step in bringing that change in me, and I keep God with me in this process. Time is also very kind. Time has given me opportunity and commitments for me now, at home, at work, and for the world benefit. I value time and my commitments. I'll stop all my excuses to be late. I'll wake up early in the morning, and the nature is very pure, calm, and healthy. I wake up early and I start my day with God's remembrance. And I'm confident that the day will go very smooth. I fill myself with God's love and happiness and peace and powers early in the morning when I sit in His remembrance. I share these powers, peace, happiness to each and every soul in the world. I do not have to think, will that peace and love reach the souls in the world? It will. The energy from my thoughts, the vibrations from my thoughts, the energy that I'm getting from God will be transmitted, will be radiated into the atmosphere, and it will reach the souls, whoever is in need of that. My responsibility is to create the thoughts of sharing that God's love, sharing that God's peace, sharing that God's happiness We all the souls in the world are connected. The thoughts and energy will reach to the souls who are in need. I use my time in a very worthwhile way to fill myself, to become pure, and to share God's virtues. This is one of my most important commitments that God and time has given me. With this discipline, I will do all my other commitments on time, valuing my time and others' time. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So please practice whatever you're listening to and churn and see what all you want to do or you want to bring changes and sit in silence, talk to yourself, talk to God. And tomorrow we will come with another habit that we want to cleanse ourselves with. Have a good night and a beautiful day tomorrow. Om Shanti.